Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, chairpersons. I will be speaking on the techniques, tips, and tricks of the femoral and iliac angioplasty, which a beginner should know. The peripheral arterial occlusive disease is associated with substantial morbidity and health care expenditure. Operative series have consistently demonstrated 5-year limb salvage rates of 80% or greater. Morbidity may compromise functional outcomes as less than 50% patient report a return to normal by 6 months postoperatively. Increasing application of endovascular therapy to all territories of the arterial tree. Percutaneous endovascular infrainguinal interventions have been proposed as first-line therapy for POD, and primary patency rates are almost 90%, but secondary interventions are non-surgical. Enthusiasm for broadening PVI indications has continued to increase the claudication from claudication up to the limb salvage. The percutaneous vascular technique or the endovascular techniques have gained wide acceptance as an alternative to surgery for the management of arterial obstructive disease in many vascular territories. These techniques, mainly including balloon catheter angioplasty and stenting, have been remarkably successful. Therefore, they are widely applied to the iliac arteries and femoral arteries. Indications and the patient selection, we should be very careful at this point. The indications are disabling claudications, limb-threatening ischemia, rest pain or tissue loss, vasculogenic impotence, to treat a hemodynamically obstructive lesion prior to a distal revascularization procedure or for the salvage of a distal bypass graft at risk. Great care should be taken to avoid treating the image. We don't have to treat the X-ray or the CT or the angiography. We have to treat the patient. Indications and the patient selection. One should never treat iliac lesions in asymptomatic patients with iliac artery occlusive disease to avoid the small but real chance of complications. Patient with lifestyle non-limiting claudications are better treated with risk factor modification and supervised exercise. The background development of the small diameter catheter system, 0.014 to 0.018, flexible self-expanding renal stents. The determinants of the outcome, lesion characteristics, lesion location, stenosis versus occlusion, lesion length, multiple same segment stenosis, pattern of vascular disease, multi-level disease or the runoff status, distal runoff status. Patient demographics, the gender, comorbidities, clinical situation, indication for intervention, recurrent stenosis, intra-procedural factors, dissection or the residual stenosis, and the initial hemodynamic status. Definition of a successful intervention, clinical response, technical success, hemodynamic success, primary patency, assisted primary patency, secondary patency, and target lesion revascularization. We should be taken all care at the prepping. Most of the time when we get the obese patient, their belly is lying on the above thigh, upper thigh. So we have to tape it properly. The most common access site is the right femoral artery in the groin by a right-handed person. These are the another access sites which are less common. The common hardware is the sheath, mainly from 3 to 9 French, depending on the access site, shuttle sheath, guide wires, balloons, different types of the balloon, stents, filters, and the thrombectomy catheters. Size definitely matters of the artery. Talar artery 2 to 4 millimeter, femoral artery most of the time 6 to 8 millimeter. According to size of the artery, we have to put the sheath and we have to select the sheath size. The cannulation of the contralateral iliac artery. The torque device, when we get the plaque, we have a torque device and we have to advance with the rotation moments. The technique, most of the time, we approach the contralateral access, placement of a working sheath, 6 French, or the Balkan sheath, long sheath in the CFA or SFA, use of an O3-5 angled straight guide wire with an angled or straight 4 French or 5 French catheter. Try to stay intraluminal but frequently end up subintimal using the loop of the distal wire to advance. Re-entry is the most important point before putting the stent, and retrograde popliteal or the tibial approach if we don't success from the above. This is from the tip to hub deployment of the stent. We should be very careful. The novel technique, debulking devices, percutaneous thrombectomy catheters, embolectomy protection devices, devices for crossing, and re-entry devices. These are the different types of the re-entry devices. The front runner, peripheral for the peripheral CTO, outback and the pioneer catheter, outback re-entry catheter, excimer laser atherectomy. The technique, once intraluminal access is regained, will often switch to a low profile balloon, SAVI or the coronary balloon, subsequently dilate up to 5 or 6 millimeter. Self-expanding retinol stents for significant recoil, dissection with low limiting lesions. Plavix load and then continue for at least 6 weeks, then switch to aspirin alone, and flex views of the legs should be avoided. Role of the SFA stenting opinion from the literature, justifiable for patients with critical limb ischemia or high risk for surgical bypass. To correct an anatomic hemodynamic residual stenosis following balloon angioplasty, as an adjuvant with other procedures, subintimal angioplasty or atherectomy, and it is definitely inferior to surgical bypass for task C or D lesion, where open surgery is recommended. These are the stent graft. The feature and the benefit, this is nitinol stent, comfortable and durable. This is lined with the covered disease tissue. This covered the disease tissue. This is the lower profile heparin bonded surface and contoured proximal edges. The most common SFA stent complication, sometimes we fail putting the stent, sometimes the stent gets occluded, and sometimes it gets fractured. The clinical lessons learned: avoid non-compliant lesions, ensure adequate inflow and outflow, correct sizing is the key, land device at least 1 centimeter into healthy vessel, every region pre-treated with percutaneous transluminal angioplasty. During post-dilatation, only balloon inside the region covered by the device. Very important, consider an antiplatelet regime post-operatively. And the complications are the local and the systemic. The common iliac artery PTA is a story of success, as has been shown by the multiple literature reports, and the procedure is technically very successful with low complication rates and favorable patency rates. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Agarwal. We have 1 minute and a half to discuss, and I have a question for you, and it's also a comment. You spoke of cover stent in the SFA. I think it's a good way to treat very diseased arteries with eccentric lesion in a series, in a row. But for the youngest people who are in the room, it's not the panacea. It doesn't replace a standard bypass. And you must tell the youngest that this cover stent in the SFA occlude the collateral.
Definitely, yes.
So, since you have a long portion of fabric inside the artery, the risk is a thrombosis.
Yes.
And if in such a situation you have a thrombosed graft, then after occluding the collateral, that becomes very difficult.
limb may become the.
And you have a limb stressing. So if you use cover stand, I just advise to be minimalist and oversize, and also give a very good and a very strong antiplatelet therapy. Do you agree with my comment?
Definitely, definitely, sir.
Yes, let me ask one question, though. People who, there's some evidence, I think, out there now, that if you recanalize an occluded iliac, that they seem to do better if they're treated with a covered stent than with a bare metal stent. Has that been your experience? Do you treat iliacs that you've recanalized? They're totally occluded, you've gone through,
Yes,
opened them up?
we routinely put the covered stent in the iliac and the SL.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Any question from the floor? Because you have a micro which is available for you if you have question. I would like people to ask questions if possible, maybe for the next talks. Thank you, Dr. Agarwal.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'm going